Good morning. Welcome to Gully TV Sports. I know I've been neglecting this account, but I've been a little bit busy situating things for the overall welfare of the platform, Gully TV. I decided just a couple of minutes ago, as you can see, I slept on the couch. I'm feeling real cozy. You hear slight, gospel music in the background. Sunday morning shit. Got my pill. Just laying here thinking about a lot of things. And I decided that it's probably time for me to put my basketball story on this page. The way I fell in love with basketball, there was this conference back in the 1980s called the Big East. The Big East Conference, right? The Big East was like comprised of all East Coast cities, basically, all up and down the East Coast, from Boston down, something like that. Anywhere in between. Those were primarily the students that they recruited and shit like that. So the talent that played in the Big East, most of them were from the East Coast. Boom. I grew up, I got an older brother, I got a father who was in my life. And, based on my age, you can concur that Dr. J was the shit. So when I'm a little kid, when I'm a baby, literally a baby, I was born in 76. Dr. J was the man, and he played for the 76ers. He probably played in the ABA and for the Nets and shit like that when I was, like 4 or 5. But by the time I started to be able to visibly see, understand, I had a Dr. J basketball hoop and, little toys. Dr. J was part of being black. He had movies. Anyway, I grew up in a house where my father was always watching Dr. J and shit like that, as most families did. I'm from Pennsylvania, so everybody was on the doc. During the course of watching Dr. J with my father, I started to like this purple team. Unbeknownst to me, the purple uniforms were the Los Angeles Lakers away uniforms. So I'm watching the Lakers and the Sixers, that's what's going on in my house and shit. Whenever they play, I was a big thing. So I'm watching. And I started to like the purple team. The purple team, right? Anyway, Magic Johnson, he just stole my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just blown away by the way he played basketball. Exciting, fancy, just... If you lived through the Magic Johnson era, you understand and you know what I'm talking about. That was a very, very special period if you got a chance to see that. That Showtime fast break and shit. Real major shit. But anyway, I'm still a kid. I'm into toys and shit. Basketball is just, I don't know, something that the tall people do and shit like that. So it means nothing to me. I played different sports and shit growing up. I wrestled, ran track, played football. These are the sports that I was into before I got on my basketball shit. But anyway, the way that I fell in love and got addicted to basketball was in like the second or third grade, I got suspended from school and had to go and stay at my grandmother's house during the day while my mom was at work, because I'm suspended and shit. So I had one of those grandmothers that she didn't too much turn her TV. The channel that it was on, it might just be there all day. She watching news and you go in her house and she watching C-SPAN and shit like that. C-SPAN was some real wild, dumb political shit that meant nothing to kids. But anyway, she's always watching 60 Minutes and shit like that. But her fucking TV, it don't change from this channel. Whatever channel it's on, that's what it is. She, on this particular day that I'm suspended from school, and she only had regular TV, I guess. at this time. You know, her TV stays on one channel. The channel that the TV is on all day, the NCAA tournament is going on. No, yeah, it's tournament time. You know, it's like March Madness and all of that type of shit. I'm in third grade and I'm forced to watch March Madness. So I'm watching I imagine what I was watching was the Big East tournament, because I really started to get like really into the Big East guys. Like immediately I was attracted to Georgetown and Patrick Ewing, and I knew about this stuff from being black, but you know, Georgetown, that's a part of being black too. But anyway, I think before I actually like fell all the way in love with Georgetown and the love of basketball, it was during the course of this Big East tournament, and I liked it. I liked it. The St. John's Redmen. I liked the St. John's. St. John's had a guy named Shelton Jones. Shelton Jones was my first college basketball player that I like. He wore goggles. He was number 31. He didn't do too good in the NBA. He didn't make it and shit. But Shelton Jones was my guy. And he had Boo Harvey on his team and another guy who I called number 4, who I just found out his name is Michael Porter. Boo Harvey, Shelton Jones, and Michael Porter. I'm loving fucking St. John's basketball, man. They getting it the fuck in. And I'm watching Big East, the Big East tournament, I guess. So essentially what's happening to me as a child is I'm becoming addicted right away to the highest form of basketball. The highest fucking form of basketball. The essence, the highest. Nobody's gonna dispute what I'm saying, y'all. It's the Big East. It was the Big East and then the NBA. It was the Big East and then the NBA. The Big East. Patrick Ewing. All them Georgetown niggas. Pitt Panthers. Rest in peace to Demetrius Gore. Charles Smith. Sean Miller. Where were you at the night that Jerome Lane shattered the backboard against Providence? One of my followers, the guy that was up under there when Jerome Lane shattered the backboard, one of my followers hit me in the DM, was like, man, every time you make a joke about that, I crack up. That was my cousin up under there. So, yeah, we found a victim. Big East basketball. I could go on and on and on, man. I can't leave out the Eric Murdochs, the Terry DeHares, just so many good players, man. Walter Berry, Patrick Ewing, Charles Smith from DC. Oh my God. All the way up to UConn. Chris Smith, number 13. Chris Smith, Tate George. This is incredible. This was a high level of basketball. Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, these guys was later. I was way addicted by them. By the time Iverson and Ray Allen them came, the Big East was like on a decline. It had got like sugared down, sugar coated, and corporate America started to fuck it up in favor of football. That's what happened to the Big East tournament. Football was more lucrative. And they got the moving people around. And before you know it, I think they had fucking Miami Hurricanes in the Big East and shit like that. Just didn't make any fucking sense at all. But Big East basketball was the highest level of athletic drugs in the 1980s. Big Monday on ESPN. They played every Monday during the wintertime. No matter what you was doing, at 8 o'clock, you was in front of your TV to watch fucking Big Monday. You dig what I'm saying? The Providence Friars, the Seton Hall Pirates, the Georgetown Hoyas, the Pitt Panthers, the St. John's Redmen. I know I'm leaving somebody out. Connecticut, and it could be somebody else, but if you're getting left out, you wasn't a factor like that. Let me get back to the Georgetown Hoyas and the great John Thompson. This is what I was becoming addicted to. I became Now, after Shelton Jones and Boo Harvey and them left, I guess I was full-fledged Georgetown. I was a Georgetown fan. From the 1980s, they lost. They started to lose me up when he got to Joey Brown. Joey Brown, no disrespect to you, Joey. Joey, you had a whole lot on your hands. I imagine you was responsible for running John Thompson's offense. But Joey, you was offensively, man. You wasn't Joey. Anyway, I was a Georgetown fan all the way up to I was there the night. I was watching the game when Ray Allen did that bullshit that made that fluke shot in the Big East tournament against Allen Iverson. The dribble. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You're going to get more of these rare stories about basketball. I just had to give that to y'all in the short form. You're going to hear my Big East story in totality. But I had to get that off. It was lingering in me, and I'm glad I was able to share it with you all. Subscribe to my channel, Gully TV Sports. Follow me on Instagram, Gully TV Sports. And, of course, follow my big page, The Real Gully TV, and follow the big channel, The Real Gully TV. Peace.